Get on your feet and make some noise for your St. James Saints. Starting at guard, number 4, 5'11", sophomore, Brennan Kerr. Starting at guard, 5'10", senior, number 11, Anthony Sletta. Starting at guard, 5'10", senior, number 15, Alex Straisman. Starting at forward, 6'4", junior, number 24, Bennett Floyd. Starting at forward, 6 foot, senior, number 43, Hunter Stevens. St. James is coached by Adam Schrader, Peyton Hansen, and Kobe Warwinkle.
Pull that tempo, not let St. James get going. I'm sure they're going to like to shoot the 3-point shot, control the basketball, and just get some good, solid defense, rebound the basketball, give them one and done, and be on their way.
By and large, over the course of the season, what we've seen from this boys basketball team, the Cardinals have been typically off to a pretty good start in the first half, it seems like, when they start off the games.
They start off really well. Like we say, we're at a visitor here tonight at St. James, so we got to weather that storm. St. James is going to come out excited to play because they don't have a victory in the section yet either. So
Gavin Arndt going up for the tap against Bennett Flores for St. James. Laverne moving left to right in your mind's eye for the opening half, and the tap controlled by the Cardinals. Into the hands of Tyson Cowell at the top of the key on the dribble. Bounce pass for Gavin DeVere. Underneath for Gavin Arndt. The alley-oop, no good. And the rebound picked up by St. James. Up with it for the Saints is Streisman. Streisman looking underneath and blocked by Gavin Arndt on the attempt from Hunter Stevens. Carter Sayre takes it away. He'll push it back the other way for the Cardinals on the right wing. Give it off left wing. Gavin Arndt looking inside for Gavin DeVere. Tap back into the hands of Gavin Arndt. From the top, Arndt drives in, dishes off to DeVere, goes up. Can't hit the bucket, but does draw the foul.
Nice possession by the Cardinals. The Saints are sitting in a 2-3 zone, trying to pack things in a little bit, force the Cardinals to shoot from outside to score.
Going to the free throw line right away will be Gavin DeVere. A foul charge to Hunter Stevens, the 6-foot senior for St. James. That'll be his first personal, first team foul on the Saints. First free throw from Gavin DeVere is up and in, and the Cardinals with an early 1-0 lead. Just getting underway here tonight in St. James. Boys followed by the girls for this basketball doubleheader. Second free throw from DeVere on the way off the front of the iron. It gets the roll. And a 2-0 lead for Luverne. And St. James coming back against a pressure Luverne defense. In the backcourt, St. James able to get it across midcourt into the hands of Sletta. Sletta over on the right side. Pops it over to Kern, who pops a shot. No good. Gavin DeVere, the rebound. Hit the court, tied up. Possession error favors St. James.
Interesting call. They could have maybe called a travel there or a push. There was a lot of things. They were laying on the baseline, but they ended up calling a jump ball out of bounds. So that's a unique call I've seen before.
Flores will inbound for St. James on the baseline to the right of the basket, directing traffic. Looks underneath, and the ball deflects out of bounds off of St. James. Brennan Kern just couldn't get the handle on it. So the Cardinals will take a turnover. Carter Sayre will push it up the other way across midcourt on the dribble. Sayre from the top comes to a stop, pops a three off the front of the iron, no good. Stevens there for the rebound for St. James. The outlet up ahead to Sletta. Pardon me, that's Streisman. Streisman giving off to Kern, outside to Sletta. The three is good.
There's that 3-point shot that we were talking about earlier. St. James really wants to push it up the court when they get a chance.
And a 3-2 lead for St. James. Just getting underway in this one here tonight. Cardinals coming back. Marcus Fight on the left wing. Down in the left corner for Gavin Arndt. Arndt working on it. Drives into the paint. Nice look for Gavin DeVere underneath. Puts it up and in for two.
Very nice one-dribble penetration. He hits DeVere for an easy layup.
4-3 lead for Luverne. Just over 90 seconds into it. St. James coming back with the possession. It is Flores. Flores looking out in the left corner. Stevens for three, and an out, no good. The rebound picked up underneath by Kern. The putback is up and in.
Yeah, he gave up that offensive rebound and got an easy layup for St. James.
5-4 lead for St. James over Luverne. Gavin Arndt thought about the deep three from the left side. Penetrates to the free throw line. Turns around and knocks down a two.
Pat again, and Arndt's jumper right there, just one that you cannot defend.
6-5 lead for Luverne. 15:57 left in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. And St. James coming up with the inbound after the ball tapped away. As the inbound coming from the Saints in the backcourt, it will be Bennett Flores. Flores playing catch with Streisman. Streisman just across midcourt, comes to a stop with it. Now puts it to the court, off on the right wing, hands it off to Kern down in the right corner. Here's Streisman once again. Streisman from the right corner to Sletta. Sletta on the right wing. He'll pull it back, make his way up to the top. Sletta finds Stevens at the free throw line. Steps up, fakes the jumper, dishes down low underneath for Flores. Flores goes up and taken away Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer going to take it all the way to the other end, go up and hit, and one.
Nice job by Gavin DeBeer. We've seen that a number of times this year. Gavin's getting really confident grabbing that basketball on the offensive end and just taking it to the other end all the way for a layup.
That's going to be Stevens again on the foul. That'll be his second personal, and Gavin DeBeer off like a ruptured duck once again here tonight. Off to a quick start, an 8-5 lead for Luverne. 15:20 left in the opening half.
Looks like a St. James Saint maybe got poked in the nose a little bit, maybe has a bloody nose.
Yeah, there was Stevens when he hit the court after the contact with DeBeer. So DeBeer will look to convert the three-point play at the free throw line. He's already got 6 of the Luverne 8 points. Free throw coming up from DeBeer is good. A perfect 3 of 3 from the stripe, and a 9-5 lead for Luverne. Nearly a turnover for St. James, bringing it back the other way. As a 3 from Streisman from the left side, he'll count it his second.
That's St. James' game. They're going to come down and they want to hit the 3 right away. They're not patient at all, just shoot it right away.
9-8 lead for Luverne. Just over 15 minutes left to play in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. Marcus Fight makes his way up top. Right wing, Carter Sayre for 3. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound, Gannon Hart corrals it. On the right side for Tyson Cowell, looking inside, Gavin DeBeer. Low post, right side, DeBeer back in the defender, into the paint. Turnaround from DeBeer, no good. And the rebound picked up underneath by St. James. Up with it is Westman. Westman up ahead, here's Flores. Flores, cross court for Streisman, down in the right corner. Kern for 3, off the iron, no good. And a long rebound out in the left corner. 3 chucked up from Sletta, who hit.
Got to limit them to one opportunity. It was a long rebound. We're going to have a lot of that with those long three-point shots. He shoots the 3 right away and makes it.
11-9 the lead for St. James on the C&B operations scoreboard. 14-18 left in the opening half. Cardinals on the possession. Carter Sayre up top for Marcus Fight. Fight gives off to Gannon Arndt. Arndt finds DeBeer at the free throw line, backing down the defense in the paint. Going up, shot no good. And the rebound once again for Westman for St. James. Up ahead. The pass tipped and taken away by Tyson Cowell. As Cowell will come up with the defensive turnover there for Luverne. Cowell makes his way down the right side of the perimeter, working his way back up top to Carter Sayre. Sayre deep on the left wing, looking for something to do with it. He'll dribble down to the baseline, take it all the way to the rack. Shot no good, and the rebound once again is Jake Westman. The outlet up ahead to Sletta. Sletta on the left wing, gives it up top for Streisman. Back to Sletta. Bounce pass inside for Westman. Tipped by Arndt, taken away by Marcus Fight. Up ahead for Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer dribbles it in the paint, pops a jumper. Banker no good. And the rebound goes to St. James. Sletta will bring it back for the Saints to the top of the key. Sletta nearly stripped, got it back, gives off to Streisman on the left wing. They'll hand it back to Sletta, to Westman in the left corner, back to Sletta up top. Streisman, now Kern in the right corner, steps up, 2-point jumper on the baseline, no good. Gavin DeBeer with the rebound for Luverne. Outlet to Marcus Fight, up ahead for Gannon Arndt. Arndt, low post right side, kicks it out to Tyson Cowell, back down low to Arndt. He'll pull it out into the right corner. Gannon Arndt, 2-point jumper from the right side, good.
Another patented jumper by Gannon Arndt, just rises up and shoots over the top and makes the basket.
All tied at 11 aside, 12:44 left in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. St. James with the possession. Streisman down in the right corner, looking for Westman. Westman gets it back up to Streisman. Streisman tucks it under the arm, resets the offense. Over on the right side, Streisman playing catch with Sletta on the left side. Down in the right corner for Westman. Westman puts it to the court once, gives off to Streisman deep out on the right wing. Up top for Sletta. Sletta from the top finds Streisman back again. St. James looking for something down inside, not finding a whole lot. Streisman on the right wing gives back up top to Sletta. He'll fire a 3 off the iron, no good. Gannon Arndt with the rebound for Luverne. Hart will push it back up with 12 left in the opening half. Take it all the way down in the right corner. Tyson Cowell for three. On the back of the iron, no good. Hart the rebound. Put back, no good, but does draw the foul.
The Cardinals are sitting in a 2-3 zone back there, and St. James is just very content to pass it around the perimeter to try, and they're not even passing it that aggressively, actually. They're just passing around, waiting for an opportunity to shoot a deep three, and that's what they've been doing, and that's how we're going to win, is limit them to one and done.
Foul going to go to Jack Westman for St. James. His first personal, third team foul on St. James. First free throw from Gannon Arndt off the iron, no good. All tied at 11 apiece, 11:53 left in the opening half on the C&B operation scoreboard. Second free throw coming up from Arndt on the way, and good. Gannon Arndt hits on one of two, and the Cardinals with a 1-point lead. St. James quickly back up the court, and on the right wing down in the right corner, three-point fire away from Haler. Shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of Luverne. It will stay with St. James.
Kind of a questionable call right there, but there again, they're just wanting to jack the three-point shot.
Wyatt Haler, a 5'10 sophomore now in the ballgame for St. James. Inbound comes up top for the Saints to Jacob Friesen. Friesen penetrates to Haler in the left corner. He'll hit the three.
All about the three-point shot. They're not even really looking to try and get it inside. They just dribbled it to the free throw line and kicked it out for a three-point shot.
14-12, the lead for St. James on the C&B operation scoreboard. 11:23 left in the opening half. Gannon Arndt walks it up slowly, penetrates, pops a two from the paint, no good. Gavin DeBeer swats the rebound back at the board, and Tyson Cowell grabs the deflection and draws a foul.
Shortest guy on the court, had good position, got the rebound, went back up and got fouled. Let's make a couple free throws now.
That's going to go to Jack Westman. That'll be his second personal. Team foul number 4 on St. James area. First free throw from Tyson Cowell is up and in. Cowell, a 5'10" senior for the Cardinals. Second free throw coming up from Cowell. This could tie it as Eli Woodley checks in at the scorer's table. He'll come in for Gavin DeBeer. Woodley, the first sub of the night for the Cardinals. Second free throw coming up from Tyson Cowell. This one could tie it up at 14 aside. Free throws on the way and good. Tyson Cowell cans them both. Tied up at 14. 11:15 left to play in the opening half on the C&B operation scoreboard. St. James quickly back up the floor, and from the top for the Saints is Sletta. His shot partially deflected. Woodley comes up with it. The outlet to Tyson Cowell. Cowell up ahead for Carter Sayre. Sayre from the right side makes his way up to the top. Now back down on the right side of the perimeter from the right wing. Sayre drives to the free throw line. Spin in the paint. Shot is no good. Doesn't get the roll, and the pickup underneath by Sletta on the rebound. Sletta will push it back for St. James. Carter Sayre trying to draw a charge, but going to be called for the foul here.
I'm not sure when the Academy Awards are, but I think Carter was trying to go for one right there.
Got to work on the skills a little bit, I think. First team foul on Luverne, first personal on Sayre. 10:45 left in the opening half, all tied at 14 apiece. St. James with the possession on the inbound. On the right wing is Streisman. Streisman down in the right corner for Haler. Haler will give it back to Streisman back near midcourt. Streisman passes off to Friesen. Friesen from the top down the right side and the right wing for Streisman. Streisman from the right wing to Friesen in the right corner. Here's Haler on the left wing. Haler from the left wing down in the left corner for Westman. Westman, the bounce pass inside. Got away briefly. Westman gets it back from the left side. He'll drive in underneath. Haler rejected by Gannon Arndt and out of bounds.
Gannon says not here. He goes up, and Gannon just puts it right out of bounds.
It will stay with St. James area. 10:14 left in the opening half. All tied at 14 apiece on the C&B operations scoreboard. The inbound coming from Westman along the baseline right of the basket. Westman on the inbound for St. James to Haler. Outside Streisman. Here's Friesen from the top. His pass just off the foot of Gannon Arndt. I believe they're going to call a kick ball here.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it was thrown at his foot, but I think they called Gannon for the kick.
So St. James going to keep the possession. Westman on the inbound up top for Stevens. Here's Friesen down in the right corner for Westman. Looking underneath for Stevens, who lays it up. Shot no good. Eli Woodley with the rebound for Luverne. The outlet to Carter Sayre. Up ahead to Gannon Arndt. Arndt drives in from the left side. Looking for fight underneath. Tipped out of bounds by St. James. It will stay with Luverne.
Good push up the court by Gannon. He could have maybe taken that all on his own, but being unselfish, he tried to hit fight on the backside. knocked out of bounds, remains Cardinal basketball.
Gavin DeBeer and Riley Sneller will check in for the Cardinals. Inbound from Carter Sayre to Gavin Hart on the left side. Up top for Sneller. Sneller back in the left wing for Gavin Hart. Inside Gavin DeBeer. Turns in the paint. Goes up. Solid move. Gavin DeBeer.
Did a great job stealing that post, making a great move to the basket.
16-14, Cardinals lead. 9:40 left in the first half. On the C&B operation scoreboard, Cardinal defense comes up with the turnover. Gavin Hart up ahead for Gavin DeBeer. Give him 2 more.
Gavin's having a great start to this game. Taking strong power move to the basket, scoring points.
9:31 left in the opening half. 18-14, Cardinals lead St. James area on the C&B operations scoreboard. This is Cardinal basketball on KQA.
The next time you walk into a room and flip on the light switch, or run a glass of water, take a moment to mentally thank your local utility, Luverne Municipal Utility, for providing reliable, responsive electric service and clean water. Laverne Municipal Utilities, community-owned at your service.
Recently engaged and it's time to shop for the dress? Hi, this is Mary Brown, and I invite you to First Comes Love, Laverne's newest bridal boutique. I'm pleased to offer you wedding gown designers Bacar, LaCurve, Justin Alexander's Sincerity and Adore, and Made in the USA, Renee Grace. Let's get started. Go to firstcomesloveyourdress.com and schedule your fitting.
Along with Ryan DeBates, Jay Kelly back here in St. James. 9:31 left to play in the opening half. 18-14 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. A good start to the night for Gavin DeBeer and the Cardinal basketball team. St. James following the timeout with the possession. Jacob Friesen on the dribble across midcourt to the free throw line for Westman. Westman looking underneath for Streisand. Friesman back up top for Friesen. Friesen on the left wing to Stevens. He'll dump in, and the pass off for Haler. Going to be called for a walk, I believe, for St. James there.
Yeah, St. James just doesn't have much size inside, so that's an advantage to the Luverne Cardinals.
9:15 left in the opening half. 18-14 lead for Luverne on the C&B operation scoreboard. Cardinals with the possession back. Gavin Hart across midcourt will give off to Carter Sayre. Sayre on the right side to Tyson Cowell. Back across to Sayre. Sayre on the right wing. Alley-oop. Hart, two-handed slam.
Very nice backdoor play. Gannon's done that a number of times this year. Love seeing that.
20-14 lead for Luverne over St. James. 8:50 left to play in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. Friesen up top on the right wing. Westman, he'll penetrate. Ball hits the court, and Gavin Hart with the takeaway. Up ahead for Tyson Cowell. Back to Hart. One-handed throw down this time.
2 dunks in a row. Way to go, Gannon.
22-14 the lead for Luverne. Cardinals on a run, nearly forced it a turn. Yes, they did. They got the turnover. Coming back the other way as the pass for St. James goes out of bounds.
Well, St. James took a timeout to recollect themselves, and boy, the Cardinals came out just firing on all cylinders.
22-14 the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. 8:20 left in the opening half. Riley Sneller on the left wing, up top for Carter Sayre. Right wing for Cowell, down in the right corner to Sayre. Back to Cowell up top. Gavin Hart, deep three from the top. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound to Tyson Cowell. Cowell kicks it out to Hart on the left wing. Down in the left corner for Riley Sneller. Back to Hart. Cross court, here's Carter Sayre. Sayre from the top goes between the legs. Gives off in the right corner for Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer cross court. Tyson Cowell on the left side. Cowell down in the left corner for Gavin Hart. Hart gives back to Cowell on the left wing. Just off the top is Carter Sayre. Just to the right. Down in the right corner, Riley Sneller. Low post right side for Gavin Hart. That pass tipped and taken away by Streisman for St. James. And coming back up the court, Riley Sneller going to be called for a reach.
Yeah, you don't like to see those. St. James coming down the court pretty good. Sneller was a little frustrated there. Should have moved his feet and maybe just controlled the guy, but instead reached across the body and got a foul.
7:40 left to play in the opening half. 22-14 the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. Couple of subs coming in for St. James. Sleda back in the ball game. Westman back in the game as well. As Streisman will give off to Westman down in the left corner, driving the baseline, kicks it back outside. Kern for three from the left wing is good.
Typical three-point play by the St. James Saints. That's what they're looking to do.
22-17 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. 7:20 left in the opening half. Tyson Cowell on the right wing. Up top, Carter Sayre for three. He'll knock it down.
Carter says, I have an answer for that three-point play right there.
And the lead back up to 8 for Luverne. Back and forth we go. 3 from St. James right down the other way. Shot no good. Riley Sneller with the rebound for Luverne. For Gavin DeBeer, he wants to run with it. Takes it all the way and lays it up and in for 2.
I think some of these Cardinal players are getting some patented plays here. There's a court or end-to-end by Gavin DeBeer.
10-point lead for Luverne. 6:50 left in the opening half on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Streisman up top, down in the right corner. Here is Westman. Westman gives it back to Streisman on the right wing. Up top for Sletta. Sletta to Streisman, down in the right corner for Westman again. Westman looking up top for Kern, down in the left corner. Streisman for three, off the iron, and the rebound corralled by Sletta for St. James. Up top for Streisman, dishes off underneath, and the two-point banker is good for Jack Westman.
Yeah, De Beer had the rebound, just couldn't quite control it. It ended up with St. James, and they got another shot out of the possession.
27-19, the lead for Luverne on the C&B Operations scoreboard. 6:10 left in the opening half. Riley Sneller on the left wing, left corner for Carter Sayre, underneath for Gavin De Beer, and no foul call. Ball out of bounds to Luverne, so it will stay with Luverne. De Beer got trucked by Flores there, was looking for a foul call.
It kind of looked like that, but I think he just had all ball. They just were very strong with the basketball. He didn't let go and just got off balance by putting a hand on the ball strong.
Inbound by Riley Sneller up top to Gaminard. Down on the left corner, Carter Sayre steps up. 2-point jumper just off the iron, no good. And Flores there for the rebound for St. James. The outlet up ahead to Kern. Kern from the right side gives back to Flores on the right wing. Up top for Streisman, a little too far back near midcourt. Streisman corrals it. It's off on the left side, down on the baseline. 2-point jumper is no good from Sletta. Rebound Gannon Arndt. Arndt going to run with it. Pushes it back the other way. On the right side for Tyson Cowell. Back to Arndt. Pops a three from the right wing and knocks it down.
Nice possession. Nice set shot by Gannon. Just swish.
30-19 lead for Luverne. 5:25 left in the opening half on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Sletta to the free throw line for Westman. Westman driving in, goes up. And a foul going to be called here on Gavin De Beer. That was Flores and not Westman, pardon me.
I think they got Sneller on the backside. Gavin was playing good defense up front, and Sneller reached in from the backside and got him on the hand.
Timeout on the floor. 5:19 left in the opening half. 30-19. Luverne leading St. James area on the C&B Operations scoreboard from St. James. This is Cardinal basketball on KQA.
When your team believes in and excels at what they do, you have a team that will go the distance. And that is what you can expect from the bankers at Security Savings Bank. We have a solid understanding when determining your financial game plan, and we will find ways to achieve your goals. Let Security Savings Bank help you secure your future. Security Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Big Orbs is the place to be after the game. Swing in and enjoy the banter with your buddies and catch up on anything you may have missed. Order a pizza and watch the game on TV. So if you're looking for a place to go, sit down and unwind after a long day, head over to Big Orbs in Uptown Adrian.
When you're in athletics, your coaches lead you in the right direction for victory. When it comes to buying a home, trust the Allstate Realty team at Real Estate Retrievers. Our extensive resources and knowledge is a winning combination to find the right home for your family. Give us a call today at 283-4216 in Luverne or 962-3433 in Hills. The Allstate Realty team at Real Estate Retrievers proudly supports our area athletes.
Along with Ryan DeBates, Jay Kelly back here in St. James. A 30-19 lead for Luverne over St. James area on the C&B Operations scoreboard. 5:19 left to play in the first half. And Flores at the free throw line for St. James following the timeout. First free throw from Flores does not hit. Second free throw he misses as well. So a couple of misses from Bennett Flores at the free throw line. Gannon Arndt with the rebound for Luverne. Up ahead, Carter Sayre, the jump stop, and the two-point shot from the paint, no good. Rebound grab by Westman. St. James brings it right back the other way. Sletta from the top to the free throw line. Flores drives in, one-hander, no good. And the rebound, long rebound, picked up by Streisman. He's going to get a push from behind.
Well, Sneller happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's picked up three now in the first half.
Third personal on Riley Sneller. Team foul number 4 on Luverne, so Sneller will have to check out. Marcus Fight will check back in for the Cardinals. 4:58 left in the opening half. 30-19 lead for Luverne on the C&B Operations scoreboard. And the inbound coming from Flores. Flores down in the left corner for Sletta. Tipped out of bounds by Fight. It will stay with St. James area. And the inbound comes from Flores once again right to the end of the Luverne bench. Flores will look for Sletta. Sletta dribbles his way up to the top and gives back down in the left corner. Here is Westman to Flores, high post left side. Up top for Sletta. Back out to Westman down on the left wing for Kern. Kern, high post left side. Flores once again turns around in the paint. Hit by Gaminard, taken away by Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer pushes it back the other way. DeBeer goes up and draws a foul. No, they're going to call him for a walk.
Well, he tried to go that coast-to-coast again. Maybe forced it just a little bit too much, maybe 1-on-3 there, and ended up getting called for the traveling.
4:32 left in the opening half. 30-19 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard as we will walk the ball back up the court. That'll be odd for St. James area when they're walking the ball. A team that really likes to hustle down to the other end. Three-pointer from Westman. Shot no good, and the rebound picked up by Gavin DeBeer. Kind of brushes his face. Must have caught an arm. Up ahead, Tyson Cowell drive in and bank it up and in for two.
Strong move from that left wing by Tyson Cowell. Gets another timeout from St. James.
32-19, the lead for Luverne. 4:07 left to play in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. And nice lead for Luverne here, Ryan, but you got to think the way this St. James team likes to chuck it up from beyond the arc, no lead is really safe against them if they can catch fire.
Very true. We're controlling the tempo really nice. We're getting a lot of good looks on offense. But more importantly, we're doing a good job on defense there. They're wanting to take some long three-point shots, and boy, if they start falling down, that lead can be cut really quickly.
Foul-wise, we are neck and neck, 14 fouls aside. 32-19 lead for Luverne on the C&D operations scoreboard. Game one of the doubleheader here tonight, as they're doing the boys, followed by the girls. The St. James girls team with a cheesy chicken dinner fundraiser that they were serving prior to the action here tonight. So the boys leading things off with the girls to follow. 13-point lead for the Luverne boys following another St. James area timeout. And St. James will have the possession in the backcourt for the Saints. It will be Streisman walking it up the court with just over 4 minutes left in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. Streisman from the top on the left wing to Westman. Westman across court on the right wing for Flores. Driving in. He'll kick off to Kern. Kern up at the top on the dribble. Left wing for Westman. Westman holding on to it. Hands it back to Kern out of bounds. And the Cardinals force the turnover.
Nice defense by the Cardinals. You can see they've identified who the shooters are, because when certain players get it, we're not even going out and playing defense on them at the three-point line. But we're doing a really good job closing out on those shooters.
Gaminard will bounce it in to Carter Sayre in the backcourt. Sayre will take his time. Now step up to a trot across midcourt on the right wing. Sayre on the dribble, makes his way up to the top, hands to Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer driving in from the right side. In the paint, the runner from DeBeer, no good, but does draw the foul.
He's doing a nice job in the post tonight, scoring some points, making some good, strong power moves. Now he gets himself a few free throws.
32-19, the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. 3:31 left in the opening half. Gavin DeBeer at the free throw line once again. First free throw from DeBeer is good. And Gavin DeBeer has been good here in the first half tonight. 33-19 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. Second free throw coming up from DeBeer on the way, and good. Gavin DeBeer hits them both. And the lead up to 15 for Luverne, 34-19, 3.5 minutes left in the opening half. Three coming back the other way from Kern, no good, and the rebound by Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer will push it up the other way from the right side, take it down into the left corner for Fight. Fight for three off the iron, no good. And the rebound for Streisman. Streisman brings it back the other way for St. James. To Friesen. Friesen gives back to Streisman on the left wing, and he'll draw a ticky-tack. This one's going to go see who's going to pick it up.
I think we got Cowell on that one.
Yeah. Will be Tyson Cowell's first personal. Team foul number 5 on Luverne here in the first half. 3:05 left in the opening half. 34-19 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. St. James area with the possession. Up top is Kern on the right wing for Friesen. Friesen dribbles up to the top. Picks up his dribble, passes off to Kern left side. He'll fire away for a three and hit.
Yep, there's one of those three-point shots. That's what they're looking to do. They just pass it around the perimeter. get the defense out of position and score a 3.
Carter Sayre bringing it back the other way through the midcourt circle. He'll come to a stop, keep the dribble going with 2.5 left in the opening half. Gannon Hart will fire up a 3 from the right wing. Shot no good. Long rebound. A foul on the rebound attempt here going to go on Gavin DeBeer.
Yeah, maybe a little too aggressive. He's got a little bit size advantage over these St. James Saints, and he just went over the top a little bit too much.
34-22, the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. Just over 2 minutes left in the opening half here tonight in St. James. The Saints with the possession. Up top is Stevens on the right wing for Flores. Flores drives in, shot no good. And the rebound picked up underneath by Luverne. Carter Sayre will bring it back the other way. Sayre driving in from the right side, steps in the paint, shot no good, and the rebound picked up by Stevens underneath for St. James. The outlet to Kern. Kern will push it back the other way. Streisman fakes a 3, recalculates himself, and steps in, fires, shot no good. Rebound by Stevens. Stevens turns in the paint, kicks it up top for Friesen. He'll drive in, runner in the paint, no good. And the rebound by Gannon Hart for Luverne. Hart will walk it back up slowly. 1:40 left in the opening half. 34-22, the lead for Luverne on the C&B operation scoreboard. Just across midcourt, Gannon Hart going to come to a stop here on the dribble. Now they'll put it in motion to the top. Goes between the legs, penetrates, kicks out to Sayre. 3 from the right corner, no good. And a foul on the rebound attempt. Going to go on Gavin DeBeer again.
Boy, that looked a little bit ticky-tacky there, if you want to call it that, because it looked like he had position, just went up for the ball. I don't know where the foul came there, but we really need to get Carter going here a little bit, too. He's had some good looks, good opportunities, just hasn't finished or put it in from the three-point line yet.
Second personal on Gavin DeBeer, team foul number 7 on Luverne. So we'll walk down the other end for free throws. Eli Woodley will check back in for the Cardinals. Gavin DeBeer will check out. And the free throws coming up from Bennett Flores. 0 for 2 from the stripe. The front end of the 1-and-1 from Flores off the back of the iron, no good. Long rebound corralled by Gannon Hart. Hart will walk with it, back up slowly again. Cardinals working the clock with 1:20 left in the opening half at a 12-point lead. Hart will come just across midcourt, come to a stop along the sideline. Wait for the defense to come to him. Step up, top of 3, shot no good. Woodley the rebound, put back attempt block. And taken away by Streisman for St. James. They'll come back the other way quickly and turn it over. Marcus Fight with the steal up ahead for Gannon Hart. Time for takeoff. Throws it down.
Nice outlet by Fight. Gannon goes up, gets it, and just slams it home.
36-22, the lead for Luverne. Inside a minute left in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard as Friesen will penetrate to the free throw line. Kick it back up top for Kern on the left wing. Streisman. Streisman down in the left corner for Stevens. Outside to Kern. His 3 off the iron, no good. Gannon Hart the rebound. Pushing it up the other way. Hart takes it down underneath for Fight. Lobs it back to Hart for the alley-oop. Boy, they're having fun out there.
Boy, they are having fun. That was a nice one there.
38-22, the lead for Luverne. Just over 20 seconds left in the opening half on the C&B operations scoreboard. Stevens cashes a 3, coming back the other way. 38-25, the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. 8 seconds left in the first half. Carter Sayre across midcourt on the dribble. Gives off to Eli Woodley. Gannon Hart, deep 3 from the left side. No good, and that will bring us to the half here. 38-25, Luverne leading St. James area on the C&B operations scoreboard at the half. Getting set for the start of half number 2. Ryan, what do you see as some of the keys for the Cardinals here in the second half?
Well, we have the possession to start the game, so starting off with a good possession would be key, and then just really starting to stop St. James, because if we can get ahead, keep this lead and get ahead a little bit more, that should put St. James out of it rather quickly.
Gannon Hart with the inbound at midcourt. We'll find Carter Sayre in the backcourt. Sayre on the dribble at the top of the key for the Cardinals. Cowell on the right side, up top for Gavin DeBeer. On the left wing for Fight, down in the left corner to Sayre. Carter Sayre makes his way up the left side of the perimeter, cuts to the paint. Turnaround is no good from Sayre, and the rebound underneath for Kern. Kern will bring it back the other way for St. James for Streisman on the right side. 3 from Sletta. Shot no good, and the rebound grabbed by Gannon Hart. Hart with the outlet to Carter Sayre. Sayre will push it up for the Cardinals across midcourt. Come to a stop at the top. Keep the dribble going. Bounce pass to Gavin DeBeer at the free throw line. Outside Carter Sayre for 3 from the right wing. Long. And the rebound picked up underneath by Streisman. He'll run it up ahead for Kern. A 3-pointer from the left side. Good.
That's what we're talking about. They're coming back, shooting 3. maybe you need to get that heated steering wheel for Carter to get his hands warmed up.
Cuts the lead to 10 for Luverne just a minute into the second half on the C&B operations scoreboard. Marcus Spite looking inside for Gaminard, taken away by Stevens up ahead for Kern. Kern going to take it all the way and lay it up and in for two.
This is not the start of the second half that the Cardinals wanted. Hopefully they can adjust and keep the momentum going.
38-30, Luverne with the lead on the C&B operations scoreboard. Carter Sayre takes it all the way down. Banker's still no good, and the rebound picked up by Flores underneath. Flores up ahead for Kern. Kern on the left side for Flores. He'll drive in. Banker is no good. Rebound off a number of hands. Marcus Spite corrals it for the Cardinals. He'll give off to Gaminard, who will walk it up for Luverne. Arms across midcourt, 16-15, left in regulation. Cardinals lead by 8 on the C&B operations scoreboard. Carter Sayre still can't get one to go. Missed from the left corner. And the rebound for Streisman for St. James. The outlet up ahead. And back to Streisman from the top. His three-pointer off the iron, no good. Long rebound off a number of hands again out of bounds. And it will go to... We're waiting the call here. Looks like St. James are going to keep it with St. James, it looks like.
Still not really knowing what's going on. But there's an example, another one of those long rebounds.
Inbound for St. James will come from Bennett Flores, and now they're going to give Luverne the possession. So Luverne will have the possession, 15:58 left in half number 2. 38-30, the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard. Cardinals with the possession. And Carter Sayre on the dribble, right wing for Marcus Spite. Spite puts it to the court once, gives off to Tyson Cowell in the right corner. Back for Gaminard on the right wing. Steps up, two-point jumper off the iron, no good. Arndt gets a long rebound to himself. From the right side, gives it back to Tyson Cowell up top. Gavin DeBeer fakes the three, steps up, runner in the paint. No good, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Streisman, who will bring it back the other way for St. James area. Streisman dishes out to Kern for three, and the shot is good. It was actually Sletta that hit that time.
Tale of two halves. St. James came out firing on all cylinders, and Luverne's looking a little bit flat right now.
38-33. Cardinals still hold a 5-point lead on the C&B operations scoreboard with 15:10 left in regulation. Tyson Cowell up top, left wing Carter Sayre drives in from the left side. Turnaround from Sayre, can't get the roll. And the rebound underneath picked up by Streisman for St. James. Up ahead for Sletta. Sletta from the right wing, back up top for Streisman. He'll drive in from the top and lay it up and in for two.
Oh, this is not going well. That 13-point lead is now trimmed down to 3 points just that fast.
38-35, Luverne out front, 14:44 left in regulation on the C&B operations scoreboard. Carter Sayre dribbles over to the left wing, gives it up top for Marcus Spite. Fight to Gavin DeBeer inside Gannon Hart. Turnaround from Hart, banks it up and in for two.
That's where you want to go. Sick Miller's taking a quick timeout here. Gannon gets a quick two for us. Gets us on the second half scoreboard, and Sick Miller takes a quick timeout.
Should be a 40-35 lead for Luverne. 14 and a half minutes left to play in regulation on the C&B operations scoreboard. This is Cardinal basketball on AM 800 KQAD.
You'd be surprised to find out just how important agriculture is to the state of Minnesota and to our county. With over 75,000 active farmers in the state, Minnesota ranks 5th in agriculture production, with corn, soybeans, and hogs at the top of the list. Rock County corn and soybean growers and the Soybean Checkoff are proud to be associated with Minnesota agriculture.
On with Ryan DeBates, Jay Kelly back here in St. James. 14 and a half minutes left in regulation. Boys half of tonight's doubleheader. 40-35 lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard following the timeout. St. James area with the possession, and for the Saints, Sletta looking inside. The turnaround from Flores is up and in for two. 40-37 the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard as we approach 14 minutes left in half number one. Alley-oop from Sayre to Arndt, half number two, I should say. 42-37 the lead for Luverne on the C&B operations scoreboard as Streisman comes right back for St. James up top over to on the right wing. The three from Kern, no good, and Gavin DeBeer with the rebound for Luverne. Here, the outlet to Carter Sayre. He'll trot it up across midcourt. Marcus Spite open look for three from the left side. On the iron, no good. It's Streisman with the rebound for St. James area. Streetsman brings it back up top, dribbles, drives, takes it all the way, and one.
Boy, the start of the second half is really playing more towards St. James style of play than the Cardinals. We just got a lid on the basket on this end here, but our defense can do a little bit better job too.
Well, the bucket from Streetsman cuts the Cardinal lead to 3, 42-39, 13:33 left in regulation, and one for Streetsman. The free throw is up and in. He hits it. And a 2-point lead for Luverne, 42-40 on the C&B operation scoreboard. Just under 13.5 left in regulation. Gannon Arndt up top, left side Tyson Cowell looking back for Arndt on the give and go. Long deflection comes out to Carter Sayre. His runner in the paint is short, no good. Rebound saved by St. James from going out of bounds into the hands of Tyson Cowell, but his pass taken away by Streetsman. Streetsman brings it back the other way, up ahead for Kern for the Saints. Inside, turnaround from Flores, and the paint's good.
Now it's tied. That 13-point lead disappeared. Now we got a basketball game, and the Cardinals really need to start rolling here.
All tied at 42 apiece. 12:50 left to play in regulation. Carter Sayre on the dribble. Sayre at the top. Backs off. Gives off to Gannon Arndt on the right side. Arndt will drive in from the right side. Two-handed jam from Gannon Arndt.
I think that's number 5 for Gannon tonight.
We approach 12.5 left in regulation. 2-point lead for Luverne on the C&B operation scoreboard. 3 coming back the other way for St. James. No good. The rebound tipped out of bounds off of Luverne, and it will stay with St. James area.
Looks like that could have been a jump ball just as much as it was out on the Cardinals.
44-42. Cardinals lead on the C&B operation scoreboard. 12:28 left in regulation. And the inbound from Flores coming for St. James. Looking up top for Kern on the right wing. Fires a 3 and gives St. James the lead.
I think the first lead of the game since way back early in the first half.
45-44 the lead for St. James area. 12:15 left in regulation. Sayre up top on the right side for Cowell. Cowell gives up top to DeBeer. DeBeer on the left wing for Carter Sayre. Sayre up top for Tyson Cowell. Down the right side of the perimeter up top for Gannon Arndt. Arndt from the top, left wing. Marcus Fight for 3. Knocks it down.
Nice answer by Fight.
First basket of the night for Marcus Fight, and a 2-point lead for Luverne. 11:50 left in regulation on the C&B operation scoreboard. 3 from St. James from the right corner from Anthony Sletta, his third of the night.
It's going to be okay for the Cardinals to be patient on this possession. We want to score, but let's be patient and get a nice layup.
48-47, the Saints take the lead back as we approach 11.5 left in regulation on the C&B operation scoreboard. Fight on the left wing. Dribbles his way up to the top for the Cardinals, working his way down the right side of the perimeter, passing off to Tyson Cowell. Cowell on the right side, up top for Gannon Arndt. Arndt from the top, drives in, dishes off to DeBeer, open look in the paint, just short. And the rebound picked up underneath by Flores for St. James area. Up ahead to Kern, he'll drive, running one-hander, no good, and the rebound underneath by Marcus Fight for Luverne. Fight will outlet to Carter Sayre, who will walk it up. 11 minutes left in regulation. 48-47, the lead for St. James area on the C&B operation scoreboard. Gannon Arndt from the free throw line to Gavin DeBeer, runner in the paint, can't get the roll, gets his own rebound, tied up by Westman, and the possession arrow favors St. James area.
Boy, the Cardinals just can't get any easy ones to fall. They've had some really good looks, and everything is just a little bit short here in the second half.
Landon Arndt will check in for Luverne as Tyson Cowell will check out. Luverne will step up the pressure defensively in the backcourt now. Westman giving off to Friesen. Friesen's bounce pass across midcourt for Sletta. Down in the left corner, Kern for 3. Off the iron, no good. Gavin DeBeer with the rebound. Outlet to Carter Sayre. Sayre will push it up the floor across midcourt on the left wing for Marcus Fight. To DeBeer up top. DeBeer back to Fight on the left wing. Fight gives it up top for Carter Sayre. Sayre down the right side of the perimeter. 10:20 left in regulation. He'll hand off to DeBeer. DeBeer driving in from the top. Takes it all the way.
A nice power play by DeBeer, going down the right side of the lane, getting a nice layup.
St. James area coming back as Luverne just takes the lead back. 49-48 on the C&B operation scoreboard. St. James working it down low. Westman rejected by Gannon Arndt, taken away by Fight. Fight just lost control of it. Had Gannon Arndt breaking free at the other end. He'll give it off to Gavin DeBeer. The Cards will take their time. Just across midcourt, Carter Sayre up top. 9:48 left in regulation. Cardinals lead by 1. Sayre down the right side of the perimeter, turns, reverses his footing in the paint. Shot still won't go. And the rebound picked up by Flores underneath. Flores up ahead for, looks like Kern. Up top, nice look underneath for Westman. Can't hit the bunny. Arndt with the rebound taken away by Flores, and he'll put it back up and in.
Unfortunate turn of events. Gannon had it, but they just took it away from him.
50-49 lead for St. James area. 9:18 left in regulation. On the C&B operations scoreboard, Carter Sayre up top to Marcus Fight. Fight just to the left of the top. Gives to Gavin DeBeer. Swatted away by St. James. DeBeer gets it back. Passes back to Carter Sayre. Sayre from the top of the right wing for Marcus Fight. Fight from the right wing up top to Gannon Arndt. On the left wing for Carter Sayre. Sayre from the left wing up top for Marcus Fight. Fight down the right side of the perimeter to the right wing. Gives it up top for Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer back to Fight. Three from the right wing off the iron. And the rebound to Carter Sayre. Up top for Gannon Arndt for three. In and out, no good. And the rebound picked up by St. James. Pushed up the other way by the Saints. Friesen given off to Flores. Flores from the top, driving in from the right side. Bankers up and in for Bennett Flores.
Boy, the Cardinals are really flat here to start the second half. They had a hop in their step to be in the first half. Now the Saints have all the hop in their step.
52-49, St. James area with the lead. Gannon Arndt power play to the rack. Wanted to throw it down, couldn't, but does draw the foul.
Maybe a wise play there would have been to go up strong with that left hand, make a good layup and get an and one, but instead he still does get 2 free throw attempts.
Foul's going to go to Bennett Flores. That'll be his first team foul on St. James area here in the second half. Only one for Luverne, for that matter. 8:15 left in regulation. And the first free throw from Gannon Arndt up and in. That'll cut the St. James area lead to 2 as Riley Sneller will check back in for the Cardinals, and Marcus Fight will check out. Second free throw coming up from Gannon Arndt. This can cut the St. James area lead to 1. It's on the way and good. Gannon Arndt hits them both, and a 1-point ball game. St. James area with the lead and the ball. Friesen hustles it right back the other way. He's going to get a foul on Carter Sayre.
Carter trying to play some defense out there, just hit him too hard with the body. Got to give Carter a lot of credit. Things have not been falling on the offensive side, but he still continues to work hard on both ends of the floor.
8:11 left to play in regulation. 1-point lead for St. James area on the C&B operations scoreboard. Inbound to Sleda on the right side of the perimeter. Gets it up top for Streisman. Back to Sleda on the right wing. Back up top for Streisman. Looking in the paint for Flores. Flores, the turnaround banker, no good. Rebound tip to Landon Arndt. Outlet to Gannon Arndt, and Gannon Arndt will walk it up for the Cardinals with 7:50 left in regulation. Cardinals trail by 1 on the C&B operations scoreboard. Gannon Arndt around the right side, 2-point banker, no good. And the rebound by Friesen underneath for St. James area. Friesen will push it back the other way to Sleda for 3. Off the iron, no good. Landon Arndt with the rebound for Luverne. And the officials blowing the whistle here away from the ball.
That was an official way out on near the half-court line, blew his whistle, and I'm not sure why he blew it, but the Cardinals retained possession.
Either way, I guess 7:33 left in regulation. 1-point lead for St. James area. Carter Sayre will walk it up across midcourt from the top. Hit a 3. There we go.
There you go, Carter. Now we can get started. Let's start playing now.
Gets 1 to go. Knocks down a 3. Gives the Cardinals the lead back. Cardinals in front by 2. The drive to the basket. Back the other way from St. James. No good. But Flores takes it back and puts it in to tie it up.
That's those second chance points that we've been talking about all game that the Cardinals really need to limit the Saints to.
7:05 left in regulation. All tied at 54 side on the C&B operations scoreboard. Riley Sneller from the left wing to Gannon Arndt. 2-point J is good for Gannon Arndt.
Patented jump shot by Gannon. Just shoots it over the top of the defender.
Cardinals back in front by 2. Streisman back the other way for St. James area. Gives off to Flores on the left wing for Friesen. Friesen on the left wing. Guarded by Sneller. Penetrates in the left corner. Stevens for 3 off the iron. Long rebound. Coming down to Sleda. Sleda goes up, and they're going to call a foul. No offensive.
No.
Oh, what are they going to call here?
I think they got Landon Arndt on the backside there. There was a nice block up on top by Gannon, and that Landon was on the backside there, and I think he banged him on the side of the head.
All right, so that is the foul on Landon Arndt. Anthony Sleda will head to the free throw line for St. James area with a couple of free throws. This can tie it up if he hits them both. The The first one is good from Sleda. He's got 10. Second free throw coming up. This could tie it up at 56 apiece. 6:32 left to play in regulation on the C&B Operations scoreboard here tonight. Sleda, a 5'10" senior. Second free throw is up and in. He hits them both. And we're all tied at 56 apiece. 6.5 minutes left in regulation. Carter Sayre back the other way for the Cardinals with Gammon Arndt as St. James steps it up defensively with a little pressure. Sayre on the left wing, dribbles up to the top. Penetrates, kicks back out to Arndt on the right wing, down in the right corner. Landon Arndt inside. Gavin DeBeer goes up hard and hits.
Good strong move by Gavin DeBeer. Gets 2 points inside. Chick Miller calls a timeout, wants to talk about it with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to play.
58-56 on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Cardinals leading St. James area. This is Cardinal basketball on AM 800 KQ.
We offer many services and funeral plans to make the expression particularly special. This is Jordan Dingman of the Dingman Funeral Home. Pre-planning allows your wishes to be honored. You'll find comfort in knowing that your family won't have to make funeral arrangements during the difficult time of their grief. Not only will your wishes be honored, but the cost will never vary.
Dingman Funeral Home and Cremation Services, a family, locally owned funeral home for over 5 generations.
Hi, this is Anthony Graffentine from the Graffentine Real Estate Group at Hague Realtors. Crystal and I would like to wish all of the Luverne Cardinal teams the best of luck this season. The next time you're thinking about buying or selling a home, think the Graffentine Real Estate Group.
On with Ryan Bates, Jay Kelly back here in St. James. The St. James Area High School boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight. Luverne Cardinals and the St. James Area Saints. 2-point lead for the Luverne boys on the C&B Operations scoreboard. 6:12 left to play in regulation. And following the Cardinal timeout, St. James Area with the possession in the backcourt. Inbound from Sleda to Friesen, and Friesen will trot it up for the Saints. Across midcourt on the dribble. Friesen to the right side, makes his way back up to the top, down the left side of the perimeter for Stevens in the left corner. Entry pass tipped and taken away by Riley Sneller. Sneller runs with it for the Cardinals, comes to a stop in the paint, kicks it out. Carter Sayre, three from the right wing, is short. Rebound Gavin DePere, banks it off of Stevens to keep the possession with Luverne.
Gavin hung up in the air there, just turned and looked at the guy, found the guy from St. James, and just threw it at him, and he had no chance to retain the possession for the Cardinals.
Inbound from Riley Sneller to Gannon Arndt. Arndt from the top, steps up. 2-point jumper's good for Gannon Arndt.
There's that great jump shot again, just can't defend that.
58-56, the lead for Luverne. 5:39 left in regulation. And coming back the other way, Stevens down in the left corner for St. James area. In the paint, Flores turns, banker no good, and the rebound grab by Gavin DeBeer. A 60-56 lead for Luverne. DeBeer brings it back the other way, stripped by Friesen and taken away by Sleda. Sleda up ahead to Flores. Flores drives in, banker no good again. Gannon Arndt with the rebound for Luverne. Cardinals lead by 4, 5:10 left in regulation on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Gannon Arndt to Landon Arndt. And they're going to call Landon for the offensive foul on the baseline.
That guy was on his heels when Landon took off and attacked the basket, and he was going down. There's no way that Landon's a big, strong, tough kid, but number 43 out there, he's a pretty big kid, too. No way he could knock him down that easy.
So the offensive foul on Landon Arndt, that'll be his second personal, and team foul number 4 on Luverne here in the second half. As Marcus Pite will check back in for the Cardinals, Riley Sneller will check out.
Cardinals going to put a little press on here. They're 2-2-1 press, trying to get him trap on the side right past half court.
5:08 left in regulation. Cardinals lead by 4 on the C&B Operations scoreboard as St. James area able to break the press. Sleda takes it all the way down in the right corner and gives it back up top for Friesen. Friesen from the top to Streisman on the left wing, down in the left corner for Stevens. Fakes the three, drives into the free throw line. Flores driving in the paint, shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It will stay with St. James area.
Gannon hasn't had many blocks, but he is sure abrupting the shot for the St. James Saints when they try and come down and attack him.
Flores will inbound for St. James area. On the inbound, looking deep for Friesen out on the left wing. Friesen from the top, penetrates, kicks back to Flores. Check that. Sleda in the left corner hits the three.
There they go. St. James Saints shooting that three-point shot.
1-point lead for Luverne, 60-59. 4.5 minutes left in regulation on the C&D Operations scoreboard. Carter Sayre from the top goes between the legs, gives off to Landon Arts on the right side. Underneath, Gannon Art goes up and one.
Nice dribble over by Landon to get in a better position. Made a nice bounce pass, and Gannon did a great job sealing. Went up strong with the basketball. Scores the bucket and gets an and one.
Gannon Hart will head to the free throw line. A host of points for the big man again here tonight for the Cardinals. Sleto will pick up the foul. That'll be his first personal. And team foul number 2 on St. James area. 26 points for Gannon Hart. Free throw is in and out, no good. Kind of rolled around and out. So a 3-point lead for Luverne on the C&D Operations scoreboard. 4:15 left in regulation. Friesen back for St. James area, just across midcourt, right side. Going to take it all the way, go up and draw a foul.
That official on the backside way out there called it on the floor. He's had the aggressive whistle. He's the one that blew the whistle earlier that we don't know why that game stopped for.
Foul's going to Tyson Cowell, his second personal, second team foul on Luverne here in the second half. Inbound from St. James area to Sletta on the right wing. Sletta loses it, but gets it back near midcourt. Could have been called for an offensive foul there, as he was back in the circle, threw an elbow at Tyson Cowell trying to track down that loose ball, but Cowell got called for the foul.
2 quick ones on Cowell there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got 3 personals now. As the inbound for St. James on the right side. 4 minutes left in regulation. 3-point lead for Luverne on the C&D Operations scoreboard. Streisman out on the left wing for St. James area. Streisman makes his way up to the top, down the left side of the perimeter, picks up the dribble. 2-point jumper is good for Streisman. And that cuts the Luverne lead to 1, 62-61. Cardinals coming back with 3.5 left on the C&D Operations scoreboard. Carter Sayre out on the right wing on the dribble for Luverne at the top. Gives off Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer going to take it all the way and bank it up and in for 2.
Right around the top of the key, down the right-hand side of the lane for a good, strong layup.
Back to a 3-point lead for Luverne. Flores coming right back. Rejected by Art. Into the hands of Sletta, who will drive in. Runner in the paint, no good. Long rebound picked up by Friesen underneath for Flores. Flores goes up, stripped by Carter Sayre. And Sayre will bring it back the other way for the Cardinals. On the left wing, Sayre slows it down, gives off to Gannon Art. 3 minutes left in regulation. Cardinals lead by 3 on the C&D Operations scoreboard. Gannon Art from the top, pulls back near midcourt. Art on the dribble, on the possession for Luverne. Back near midcourt, guarded by Stevens. Works his way over to the midcourt circle, now to the right side. Gannon Art drives in. Kicks out to Tyson Cowell, gives back to Gannon Art. He'll pull it back near midcourt. Cardinals lead by 3. Art to the free throw line. Jumper off the iron, no good. And the rebound for Flores for St. James area. 2.5 minutes left in regulation. 3-point lead for Luverne. Sletta on the left side. Up top for Friesen. Friesen from the top steps to the free throw line, gives off to Sletta for 3 in the tie. In and out, no good. Gavin DeBeer with the rebound for Luverne. And DeBeer fouled from behind by Flores.
The St. James Saints have a lot of fouls to give. That's only foul number 3. 2:15 left to go. Cardinals have the lead. They're going to have to foul quite a bit more to get the Cardinals on the free throw line. Cardinals can be patient here now, but we can't. We still got 2 minutes to go. We got to keep playing and finish this game.
3-point lead for Luverne on the C&D Operations scoreboard. 2:15 left in regulation. Carter Sayre and Gannon Art playing catch in the backcourt. Art will sprint it across midcourt to the top, take it all the way, put up the shot, no good. Tap back and 1.
Boy, I thought they could have called a foul on him going in the first time. Glad they didn't. He missed it, got his own rebound, and got the putback and 1. Let's see if we can make a free throw now. They're going to be really important coming down the stretch here with 2 minutes left to go.
That's going to be the 3rd personal on Flores. As Gannon Art heads to the free throw line for the free throw, this can extend the lead to 6 for Luverne, should Art be able to hit, and he does. So a 6-point lead for the Cardinals on the C&D Operations scoreboard. 2 minutes left in regulation. Streisman bringing it back for the Saints on the right side for Kern. Kern on the right wing, on the dribble, makes his way up to the top, picks it up. Passes to the free throw line for Flores. Flores outside for Streisman. Drive it in from the left side and going to get the block on Carter Sayre.
Carter got knocked down again. I thought he had pretty good position, but the official didn't think so. That's already number 4 on Carter. We got to have him stay in this game and finish it for us.
Team foul number 7 on Luverne, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for St. James area. And the 1-and-1 coming up from Streisman. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. And he will get a second. Alex Streisman, 2 of 2 from the stripe, 14 points tonight. Second free throw, this can cut the Luverne lead to 4 from Streisman. With 1:46 left in regulation, free throw is good. Timeout called by St. James. 67-63. Luverne leading St. James area on the C&B Operations scoreboard. This is Cardinal Basketball on KQS.
When you need someone who's got your back, who lends a hand without being asked, that's a neighbor. At First Farmers and Merchants, we're big enough to help you grow, yet we're your local hometown bank and know your name. If it's a personal, commercial, or agricultural need you have, stop in and let us help. After all, that's what neighbors do. Good luck, Cardinals, from First Farmers and Merchants National Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, and the community.
R&S Sales, your DeKalb and Astros seed and precision planting specialist. Wishing the Cardinals best of luck. R&S Sales can assist you with all your seed treatment, and planter needs. If you'd like to learn how to maximize your seed's potential, give Brett, Ryan, Blake, Corey, or Hayden a call at R&S Sales.
Along with Ryan Debates, Jay Kelly back here in St. James, 67-63. Luverne with a 4-point lead on the C&D Operations scoreboard, 1:46 left in regulation. Cardinals with the ball in the backcourt. The inbound to Marcus Fight from Gannon Art. Fight will hand back to Art. Art gives off to Fight at midcourt, across midcourt for Tyson Cowell. Cowell gives back to Gannon Art just across midcourt. Art dribbles through the midcourt circle, fouled by Anthony Sletta. That'll be the second personal on Sletta. Only team foul number 5 on the St. James area.
More fouls to give for St. James. Getting to a critical point with 1 minute, 32 seconds. We're setting up for a great finish here.
Inbound coming from Carter Sayre on the sidelines. In the backcourt for Tyson Cowell across midcourt to Gannon Art. Art will just tuck it under his arm, hold it. But some precious seconds run off as Art puts it to the floor, works the dribble, gives off to Gavin DeBeer. DeBeer on the right side to the right wing, makes his way back up top, hands off to Gannon Art. Art through the midcourt circle, down the right side of the perimeter, pulls it back out, now back in. Art penetrates, looking for Fight on the back door, goes up, shot no good. And the rebound picked up underneath by Kern for St. James area. Down to Streisman on the right wing, free from Sletta, in and out, no good. Rebound underneath, out to Sletta, 2-point runner, no good. Rebound picked up by Gannon Art. Art running away with it. Foul going to be called on Sletta for St. James area with 50.3 left in regulation.
I think that was a delayed whistle. It really looked worse than what it was. The foul happened earlier, and there were just bodies all over the place. St. James fan didn't like that call, but it was the right call to make.
4-point lead for Luverne on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Cardinals will inbound in the backcourt with 50 left. Carter Sayre grabs the inbound from Gannon Art. Art across midcourt on the dribble. Right side, Gavin DeBeer takes it all the way.
And one. Yes, nice. Great power move by Gavin. It's obvious St. James is coming after us, trying to start the foul now. We're going to be in the bonus now that they got the foul, but we got an and one. We want the ball and our best free throw shooters to finish this game.
69-63, Luverne leading St. James area on the C&B Operations scoreboard. 41.2 left in regulation. Gavin DeBeer at the free throw line. Free throw off the front of the iron, no good. Gannon Hart corrals the rebound. Hart pulls it back near midcourt and draws the foul on Sletta, and that's going to be number 4 now on Sletta as he picked up some real quick ones in the last minute or two.
Yeah, Arndt went right up with those long arms and that quick vertical he's got and just tapped it out, tapped it to himself. Now he's at the free throw line.
And the 1-and-1 for Gannon Arndt. Front end is up and in. Second free throw coming up from Arndt. He's got 30 now tonight.
This is a big free throw here to get it to a 3-possession game.
This can extend the lead to 8, and it is good. So Gannon Arndt hits them both. 8-point lead for Luverne. 35 seconds left in regulation on the C&B Operations scoreboard. Sletta back the other way for St. James. Takes it all the way, lays it up and in for 2. And St. James area going to call timeout with 27.9 left in regulation. 71-65, a 6-point lead for the Cardinals on the C&B Operations scoreboard. And coming down the stretch right here, pretty comfortable for the Cardinals right now. But Ryan, St. James, if they can hit from deep, certainly 6 points in about 30 seconds time, they could absolutely do that.
Yeah, I don't know if we're quite comfortable just yet. We got to be strong with the basketball because they're going to be coming after it because they got to either steal it because they need the ball back and score points. They can still go for a two, but boy, 2 quick possessions by St. James, and they've got this thing cut right back to a tie game.
This is just the first game here tonight. It is a double dip tonight, boys and girls, kind of a reverse of the typical order. Usually it's ladies first, but boys and girls here tonight. So the girls getting set to take the floor after the boys' action. We'll have the girls' game about a half an hour or so after the conclusion of the boys' action here tonight in St. James. 71-65, the Cardinals leading St. James area. 27.9 left in regulation. And the inbound coming from Luverne in the backcourt with the 6-point lead. Carter Sayre on the inbound following the timeout along the baseline. Long inbound to Gavinard, leaps at midcourt, grabs it, dishes up ahead for Tyson Cowell. Cowell on the right side, back to Arndt. Arndt will just wait for them to come to him. Gives off to Carter Sayre up top, and Sayre will draw the foul with 18.4 left in regulation.
Well, Carter Sayre did a good job being strong with the basketball, controlling it. They got a little bit dangerous there with that ball floating around. That's what the Saints want. But now they're on the free throw line, and again, these are key free throws coming down the end of the game here.
And it will be a 1-and-1 for Carter Sayre. Front end is good for Carter Sayre. And a second free throw coming up for Carter Sayre with 18.4 left in regulation here tonight in St. James. This can up the lead back up to 8 for the Cardinals. Free throw from Sayre on the way and good. Carter Sayre hits them both. 8-point lead for Luverne. St. James will hustle back. Streisman at the top. Dishes off for Sletta. Ball is free. Sletta gets it back. Hits the court. And corralled by Marcus Fight with 8.2 left to go in regulation. And Fight will draw the foul and will walk down to the other end.
With 8.2 seconds, I feel much more comfortable than I did about 30 seconds ago. We're going to the free throw line, hopefully to extend this lead. Give a lot of credit to Carter Sayre stepping up and hitting those 2 free throws. I know he's had a rough night on the offensive end, 4 fouls and that, but boy, he continues to play and has still been a key part of this basketball team.
That was number 5 on Anthony Slata, so he will foul out with 8.2 left to play here in regulation. As Slata, who, by the way, has a sweet mustache. I don't know if you noticed or not, but don't see that at the high school level a whole lot.
No, maybe he's been growing that since he's been in 6th grade. We don't know, but it's there.
Free throws coming up from Marcus Fight. It will be 2, as that was the 10th team foul on St. James area. First free throw rolls around and out. Second free throw coming up here from Fight. 8-point lead for Luverne. 8.2 left to play in regulation on the C&B operations scoreboard. Second free throw, he gets to go down. Fight hits on 1 of 2. St. James will hustle back the other way. 3 from Kern from the right side, no good. With 2 seconds, Carter Sayre with the rebound. Will do it for this one here tonight. Luverne Cardinals pick up a win in the boys' half of tonight's doubleheader, 74-65. Your final score tonight on the C&B operations scoreboard for the boys' half of tonight's doubleheader. Luverne topping St. James area, and a big win for the Cardinal boys basketball team when we're talking about Section 3 AA, Ryan.
Yes, very big win. Ups that record for the Cardinals, keeps the St. James Saints winless in the section.
Once again, your final score, 74-65.